I, Sudarshan Ramchandra Vatkar, working as Assistant Professor in Civil Engineering Department at Kekewag Institute of Engineering Education and Research Nasik, welcome you all for the Syllabus Orientation Workshop for SC Civil 2019 pattern for the subject Building Technology and Architectural Planning. I will be discussing the unit number 5, that is the Planning of Public Building. Here you can see the subject code 201001. The course name is Building Technology and Architectural Planning, that I will be discussing. Here you can see the prerequisite which is required, that is the fundamentals of engineering graphics. The course objective for the unit number 5 is this. You can see third objective, to study the different types of materials, bylaws and architectural aspect used in construction for the civil engineering project. The course outcome that I can see, that fourth course outcome, that is plan effectively various types of public building according to their utility functions with reference to the National Building Code. So we will see unit number 5, planning of public buildings. It has to be covered in 6 hours. It includes functional requirements and dimensions and planning of public building like industrial building, commercial building, school, colleges, hostel, auditorium, restaurant, hotel, primary health center, hospital, shopping complex, sports complex, vegetable market, post office and bank buildings. So as per my suggestions, unit number 5 may be taken in 6 lectures as follows. In lecture 1, we can take functional requirements and dimensions and planning of public buildings. It can also include the industrial building and the commercial building. In lecture 2, we can take schools and colleges and also the hostel building for the planning. In lecture number 3, we can take auditorium, restaurant and the hotel. In lecture 4, we can take primary health center and hospital building. For lecture 5, shopping complex, sports complex and vegetable market building. And in 6th lecture, post office and bank building. So as per the National Building Code NBC 2016 Part 3, classification of building according to the occupancies are residential, educational, institutional, assembly, business, mercantile will include retail and wholesale stores, industrial will include low, moderate and high fire hazard, storage and hazardous. So as per the syllabus, it includes functional requirement of the public building. So basic requirement of a building as a whole, it includes the strength and stability, dimensional stability, comfort and convenience, resistance to moisture penetration and damp prevention, safety against fire and fire protection, heat insulation or thermal insulation, day lighting and ventilation, sound insulation, durability, security against burglary, protection against vermins, that is termites, building economics. So planning of a public building depends upon the nature and the use of the building. Every building has a special character of its own. The function of the building is to be ascertained first. Then different blocks or units are to be planned. The units are then joined together to form the whole building. The size of various units depend upon the number of persons working, furniture required, space necessary for the movement, etc. As such, no hard and fast dimensions can be given. Some common arrangement required in all types of public building are entrance or the reception, parking space for the vehicle and bicycles, also it should include the garages, separate sanitary blocks for the men and women and also for the disabled, watchman's room, the circulation, here it will have vertical as well as horizontal circulation, and public telephone for the communication. Some common arrangement required in the type of the public building are here entrance. So here you can see the width of an entrance shall not be less than 2.75. General sizes of the entrance or the reception are 3 meter by 6 meter, 3.5 meter by 7 meter. Like this you can consider up to 8 meter by 10 meter. Second is the parking space for the vehicles and bicycles and also for the garages. Open parking space is essential around any type of the public building. The area required will depend upon the nature of the building and the number of persons visiting the building. Cycle stands are essential for every public building. Provision of garages shall be made according to the requirement of the building. So driving axles, the passage between the two blocks for cars 1 meter to 2 meter wide. So parking space area required for the vehicles car 20 meter square per vehicle, for motorcycle 3 meter square per vehicle, and for the bicycles 1.2 meter square per vehicle. Garages, you can take the dimension as 3 meter by 4 meter up to 4 meter by 4.5 meter. Third is the separate sanitary block. The sanitary block includes the bathroom, WC, water closet, urinals, and wash hand basins. The number required for each building varies according to the requirements. So bathroom size you can take 1.2 meter by 2.1 meter. Normally we take this for the residential building. You can increase to 1.9 meter by 2.7 meter. The WC size, water closet size, you can take as 0.9 meter, 0.9 meter by 1.2 meter. This we normally take for the residential building. You can take it as 1 meter by 1.2 meter for the public building. So urinal sizes 0.9 meter by 0.75 meter. Passage width 0.9 meter for the residential building we are taking. So for public building it can be increased to 1.5 meter normally. So fourth is the watchman's room. This is the small enclosure generally provided at the entrance gate. The minimum size of watchman room can be 2 meter by 2 meter. Though larger the size may be adopted as per the requirements. So circulation, next part. So various units are joined together horizontally by passages, corridors, and verandas. For vertical circulation, it can be utilized by the ramps, stairs, lift, etc. So ramp with minimum width of 1500 millimeter and the slope not greater than 1 in 20 or 1 maximum of 1:12 for the short distance up to the 9000 millimeter with the handrail at 900 millimeter height for disabled persons with non-slippery surface. So passage and corridor you can consider as 1 meter to 2.5 meter. Verandas width you can take it as 1.8 meter to 3.5 meter. Stairs we can take it width 1.2 meter minimum. The riser 150 mm by 150 mm to 170 mm. The tread horizontal 300 mm to 325 millimeter. Landing 1 meter to 1.8 meter or 1800 millimeter. So headroom, most important part, we can take 1800 millimeter minimum. So floor height 2.75 to 6 meters you can take it. So lifts are provided for quick and efficient vertical circulation. Types of lifts and the number of lifts depend upon the character of one building, extent and duration of the peak period, frequency of service required, and the type and also the method of control. So different types of lifts are: first, lifts used in low and medium class flats to carry 5 persons. You can set the car, the lift speed 0.5 meter per second. Doors for the lift, it should be sliding. Landing doors, closed type. Method of control, automatic push button. Next, lift you can consider as the lift used in the office building, hotels and high class flat to carry 10 to 20 persons. For lift, the car speed exceeding 1.75 meter per second, the gearless machines should be provided. The car door, the lift door should be automatic type. So for the circulation, vertical circulation, number of floors up to 2 floor, the lift speed should be 0.5 meter per second, 3 to 4, 0.5 to 0.75, like this. Over 12 floors 2 to 5.3 meter per second. So next is the method of control for the circulation. Car switch control, automatic push button. Lifts used in shop and departmental stores. Load, it will be 12 to 20 persons. Car speed 2 to 2.5 meter per second. Doors for lift, automatic opening. Method of control should be car switch control. So for the hospital and passenger lift, the passenger lift for the goods and persons, the car speed, that is the lift speed, should be 0.25 meter per second to 0.5 meter per second. Gates for the car or the lift should be collapsible. Control method depends upon the local conditions. To facilitate the wheeling beds or stretcher trolleys in and out of the lift car, an automatic car leveling device is included. So public telephone, the public telephone are usually provided in the public building. A small booth of size 1 meter by 1 meter may be installed in the entrance space. Sometimes telephones are hung on the walls and the columns. As such, no space is required. Only the positions of the phone is to be marked on the plan. So we will consider first the industrial building. So it will require the entrance, main factory building, office and administration building, library, raw material storage, semi-finished goods storage, finished goods storage, laboratory, research and development section, canteen, restaurant, parking space for multi-axle, truck, four-wheeler, three-wheeler, two-wheeler, bicycle for the office staff and also for the visitors, circulation space, sanitary block. So here you can see the plan for the industrial building. Next building is the commercial building. Entrance we can keep as 1.2 meter minimum width. Cubicles 4 meter square to 6 meter square. It should have restaurant, rest and recreational room, parking space, multi-axle wheel, four-wheeler, three-wheeler, two-wheeler, bicycle and for office staff and also for the visitors. Circulation space. The sanitary block required for the commercial building WC 1 for 25 for the male and 1 for 15 for the female. Wash basin 1 for 25 and female 1 for 25. Urinals 1 for 6 to 20, 2 for 21 to 45 persons, 3 for 46 to 70. Urinals 4 urinals are required for the 71 to 100 male persons and add 3% for every 100 to 200. So you can see this the line plan for the commercial building. Third building is the educational building, school and colleges. It should have the entrance and reception, office and the administrative block, assembly hall of 0.5 to 0.6 meter square per student. Here the unit is per student. Teachers room 14 meter square, circulation 1 meter to 2 meter, library 80 to 95 meter square for the 1500 students, classrooms, students below 10 years that you can consider as the primary school 1 to 1.2 meter square per students and students above 10 years that is high school and the colleges 1.2 to 1.5 meter square per student. General size is considered as 4.5 meter by 6 meter. You can increase to 7 meter by 10 meter. So drawing hall it is required 3 to 4 meter square per students. Laboratories 3 to 4 meter square per student. It should have the canteen, parking space for the four-wheeler, two-wheeler, bicycle for students, office staff, faculty and also for the visitors. It should require the sanitary block, water taps, WC, wash basin and urinals. Water tap 1 for 50 students. Here also for the girls 1 for 50 students. For WC 1 for 40. Here also it is 1 for 25 female. Wash basins 1 for 40. Here also 1 for 40. And urinals 1 for 20 students. So here you can see the line plan for the educational building. Next building is the hostel building. So entrance is you can consider 3 meter wide minimum. It should have the hostel office. The rooms single seated 9.3 meter square per head. The size you can consider 3 meter by 3.1 meter. Double seated 3.5 meter square per head. The size is 3.5 meter by 4 meter. Triple seated area is 7 meter square per head. The size you can take as we can take as 4.2 meter by 5 meter. As you will see, the area is getting reducing as the luxurious part will be reducing. Number of seats are increased. So circulation 1 meter to 2 meter wide minimum we can take. Recreational hall it should have the public telephone. Dining hall it should have 3 to 4 meter square per head. Kitchen 2.75 meter by 3 meter. It should have the pantry 2 meter by 3 meter. Store 2.75 meter by 3 meter. It should have the parking space 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, bicycle for the students, office staff and also for the visitors. So sanitary block, the bath 1 for 10 for the boys, for the girls 1 for 10. WC 1 for 10, here it is 1 for 8. Wash basins 1 for 10, 1 for 10. Urinals it is 1 for 25. So here you can see the line plan for the hostel building. Next building is the auditorium building. So entrance we can take as 3 meter wide minimum. It should have the ticket booking office of 4.6 meter square. Management office 32 to 40 meter square. Manager office 12 to 15 meter square. Auditorium area 0.8 to 1 meter square per chair. So here the unit is chair. Volume we can consider 3.5 to 4.3 meter cube per chair. So circulation space it should be 1.2 meter to 2 meter. So one door for the 200 persons should be there. So for the auditorium minimum 2 doors should be there, one entry, one exit. So floor slope 1:20 to 1:10. So distance between the chairs should be 450 millimeter. So the stage minimum 290 meter square with 0.9 to 1.2 meter height. Projector room 18.5 meter square. It should have the snack bar, tea stall of 12 to 15 meter square. So screen storage room 32 to 40 meter square. Costume storage room 18.5 to 22 meter square. Dressing room 18.5 to 22 meter square. Makeup room 37 to 40 meter square. Store room 12 meter square. Parking space 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler and 2-wheeler. Also the bicycle for office staff and also for the visitors. So the sanitary block required wash basin, WC and urinals. So for the male, wash basin 1 for 200, same for the ladies 1 for 200. WC 1 for 100 up to 400 and above 400 1 for every additional 250. Here for the ladies 1 for 100 up to 200 and above 200 1 for every additional 100. So urinals 1 for 50 for the male. Air conditioning room for each floor it should be there. So this is the line plan for the auditorial building. So next building we can consider as the restaurant or the hotel building. It should have the entrance and the reception. It should have the waiting room, dining room 2 to 3 meter square per head. Kitchen room it should have 10 meter square. It should have the store room 10 meter square. Pantry 6 meter square. Servant rooms 3 meter by 3.9 meter. Laundry 3 meter by 4.5 meter. It should have the circulation space 1.5 meter to 2 meter. So it should have the bedrooms also. So general purpose 2.75 meter by 4.5 meter. So double bed 3.4 meter by 4.5 meter. Like this it will increase 4.2 meter by 5.5 meter. Refer the rules for the rooms as per the standards of tourism department. So parking space for the 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 2-wheeler and bicycle for the staff and also for the visitors. So sanitary block for the servants near the dining and entrance hall and for the visitors at every bedroom it should have. So here you can see the line plan for the restaurant and here you can see the line plan for the hotel building. Next is the primary health center PSC building. So it should have the entrance and the reception 1 to 2 meter square per person. Waiting space 1 to 2 meter square per person. Office 12 meter square. Circulation space 3 meter width minimum. Doctor rooms 3 meter by 3.6 meter. Examination room 3 meter by 4 meter. Operation theater it is optional. If it is required you can have, it can be there. 4 meter by 5.5 meter. Wards, maternity ward, general ward will be there 8 to 10 meter square per bed. Medical store 3.5 meter by 4.75 meter. So laboratory should be there 15 meter square. Family planning unit should be there. Residence doctors 60 to 90 meter square per head. Servants room should be 40 to 60 meter square per head. It should have the parking space for the 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 2-wheeler, bicycle for the staff, doctors and also for the visitors. So the sanitary block for the primary health center, that is WC 1 for 100. So here for the ladies 2 for 100. Wash basin 1 for 100, same way here 1 for 100. Urinals 1 for 50. So here you can see the line plan for the primary health center building. Next is the hospital building. So it should have the entrance and the reception 1 to 2 meter square per person. Waiting space 1 to 2 meter square per person. Office 3 meter by 4 meter. Consulting room it should have operation, medicine, ENT, ear, nose, throat, dentistry, gynecology, pediatric, orthopedic, mental, family planning, vernal diseases, skin. Each 3 meter by 4 meter consulting room. Circulation space 3 meter width minimum. Emergency 4 meter by 5.5 meter. Dispensary 4 meter by 5.5 meter. Next part is the operation theater for the hospital building. So operation theater 4.2 meter by 5.5 meter. Sterilization room it should have 2.75 meter by 3.6 meter. Doctor rooms 3 meter by 4 meter. Nurse room 3 meter by 3 meter. Waiting space 3 meter width. Circulation space 3 meter width. It should have the sanitary block in the operation theater also. So next part is the wards required for the hospital building. The different wards are medicine, operation, gynecology, female, children and infection diseases. Ward it should have 8 to 10 meter square per bed. Nurse room Joining dispensing room should be 3 meter by 4 meter. Circulation space should be 3 meter width. Sanitary block for the wards. WC 1 for 8 beds. Wash basin 1 for 30 beds. And bathroom 2 for the 1 ward. It should have the radiology department. Laundry it should have. Pathology laboratory. Parking space for the 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler and 2-wheeler. Also the bicycle for the staff, nurse, doctors and also for the visitors. So here you can see the line plan of hospital building. Next building, it will have the shopping complex building. It should have the entrance and reception, office and administrative block, security cabin, shops, circulation 3 meter minimum width for horizontal and for vertical ramp, staircase, lift and escalators, etc. Parking space for multi-axle wheel, 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, bicycle for office staff and also for the visitors. It should have the sanitary block. Here you can have the line plan for the shopping complex. Next building is the sports complex building. It should have the entrance, office and administrative block. It should have the indoor game block. It should include squash, billiards, table tennis, badminton, carom, chess, gymnasium, yoga. For the outdoor games, it should include hockey, kabaddi, kho-kho, football court, basketball court, badminton court, volleyball court, swimming pool, cricket ground and running track. So it should have the auditorium, the conference room, library, storeroom, hostels separate for the men and the women, changing room separate for the men and the women. It should have the library, guest room, canteen, parking space for the bus, 4-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 2-wheeler, bicycle for the office staff, coaches and also for the visitors. It should also have the sanitary block. Here we can have the line plan for the sports complex. This is for the cricket, this is for the football, a swimming pool like this. Next building is the vegetable market building. It should have the entrance, normally it is open space. Office and administrative block, stalls for the vegetable should be 2.5 meter by 4 meter. It may increase to 3 meter by 4.5 meter. It should have the cold room of 3 meter by 4.5 meter. It should have the circulation, the corridors, ramp, lifts, escalators, etc. It should have the canteen, the parking space, trucks, 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler and bicycle for the office staff, vendors and also for the visitors. It should have the garage, space for collecting the garbage, most important part. It should also have the sanitary block. So here we can have the line plan for the vegetable market. Next building is the post office building. So it should have the entrance 2 meter wide with opening space in front of the counters and 3 meter wide with moving space behind the counters. So counter height it should be 1.6 meter to 1.8 meter. The width should be 0.5 meter to 0.95 meter. So it should have the postmaster's room 9 meter square, sorting space 2 to 3 meter square per postman, circulation, corridors, ramp, lifts, etc. It should have the telephone booth, parking space, truck, 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, bicycle for the office staff, postman and also for the visitors. It should also have the sanitary block. Next building, that is the bank building. It should have the entrance 2 meter wide with moving space in front of the counters and 3 meter wide with moving space behind the counters. Counter height 1.6 meter to 1.8 meter. Width should be 0.4 meter to 0.8 meter. Manager's cabin 9 meter square. Agent's room 9 meter square. Cashier cabin 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter. So it should have the circulation, corridors, ramp, lifts, etc. Safe deposit locker room it should have. It should have the strong room, parking space for the truck, 4-wheeler, 2-wheeler, bicycle for the office staff, bank officers and also for the visitors. It should also have the sanitary block. So here we can have the line plan for the bank building. So here this is the list of the laboratory assignment. So you can see here the third practical or the assignment which has to be completed. Draw the line plan of any one residential building and any two public building on the graph paper. It has to be drawn. And for the report file, dimension standards of the residential building and the public building. So books as per the syllabus, it is given Punmiya, Devdar, Bindra Arora and Shah Kalipatki. Also the reference book Duggal, Rangwala, Barry. Then Ruth, National Building Code latest, that is 2016. Frederick Merritt, IS 962 and Development Plan DCP rules of urban local bodies. So I have referred Shah Kalipatki book, National Building Code 2016 volume 1 as well as volume 2. Bindra Arora book, also Approval Process Handbook 2020-21, and the Guidelines and Space Standard for the Barrier-Free Built Environment for Disabled and Elderly Persons, Central Public Work Department, Ministry of Urban Affairs and Employment, India, 1998. So here the link is there for the YouTube, or you can say as the e-resources. So we have seen unit number 5, planning of public building, functional requirement and dimensions and planning of public building like residential building, commercial building, school, colleges, hostel, auditorium, restaurant, hotel building, primary health center, hospital, shopping complex, sports complex, vegetable market, post office and bank building. So I am very much thankful to Professor Miss Pratibha Alankar and Professor Sachin Khandekar, Workshop Coordinator, Sinhagad Engineering College. Also Professor Dr. Samir Shastri, HOD Civil, Sinhagad Engineering College. Also Professor Dr. Sashikant Lokhande, the Principal, Sinhagad Engineering College. I am also very much thankful to Professor Dr. Srinivas N. Londe, BOS Chairman, Civil Engineering Department. Also Professor Dr. Manohar Chaskar, Dean, Faculty of Science and Technology. I am very much thankful to Mahesh Kakade, Director, Board of Examination and Evaluation, Saiduraj Phule, Pune University. Also, I am very much thankful to Dr. Madhukar Vaksore, BOS member. Also, I am thankful to Professor Dr. Sunil Thakre sir, BOS member. Professor Dr. Dhaneshwar Wadkar sir, special thank to Wadkar sir, the subject chairman, for his cooperation. I am very much thankful to Dr. Sunil Kote, BOS member. Also, I am very much thankful to Professor Pradeep Jadhav sir, our HOD, Civil Engineering Department, KK Wagh Engineering, Institute of Engineering Education and Research. I am also very much thankful to Dr. K.N. Nandurkar sir, our principal. I am also very much thankful to our Professor K.S. Bandi sir, the Secretary, KK Wagh Education Society. And also I am very much thankful to the management of KK Wagh Education Society Nasik and also the Board of Studies members. I am also very much thankful to the faculties and the staff of Sinhagad College of Engineering and all the participants of various engineering institutes. Thank you all. Stay safe with the healthy environment. Any questions?